Hello and welcome back to Kevin Can't Play Today, the game show where everybody loses. I'm your host, Kevin. Today, Kevin can't play Planetbase. This is a relatively new game out by Madriga Works. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's a neat game. I found it on my Steam just as I was browsing through kind of sci-fi games and found this one, and it's a pretty interesting game. Let me actually set my timer here real quick because we will probably go way over if I don't. As this game is very addictive and you kind of don't want to stop after you get going. uh, so yeah, let's set this so that we don't go way too far over. If I can phone right. There we go. So yeah, little bit of a description of the game. It's a strategic kind of game where you're trying to get your little crew of colonists to a new planet to not die. Yeah, that's actually pretty hard to do, even on the base, the first easy planet, so to speak. So that makes things a little interesting. You got to worry about all sorts of stuff to try and keep them alive, and we'll get into that here in just a moment. Let me get rid of this, and yeah, off we go. So I've named my new base Hope Valley. As you can do that, you can see what kind of planet it is. This one's kind of equivalent to Mars. High sandstorm risk, low meteor risk, but they do come every once in a while. It does have a high density atmosphere, which is suitable for wind turbines, and a decent amount of light. So solar panels work pretty good. So yeah, let's get going. And we're going to have to move fast as soon as we set down. It is an unforgiving area. Okay, let's take a look at what we're doing. So here's your little crew of intrepid colonists. You get a few different guys, some workers, some biologists, a medic, and a engineer. You also get a constructor bot and a carrier bot. Oops, wrong one. Going to need to do an airlock first. It's rather important. Oh man, this is not a very good starting area. A lot of stuff in the way. So this will be interesting. Put the airlock there. We're going to need an O2 generator. And one thing I've learned is always build them big. Build everything as big as you can to begin with, as you'll need it. Let's try and build our other stuff out this way. What's that? We're going to need a solar panel. Build that as big as possible. We are going to need a, oops, wrong one, water extractor. As you need both power and water to create the oxygen. Then we're also going to want a power collector. Oh good, looks like we might be able to break through over onto this area. Going to want a place to eat pretty quickly. decent amount of food supplies, so we don't have to worry about food immediately, but we will need it pretty quickly. Just gonna want some wind turbines pretty quick. As, of course, you only get solar during the day. But with wind, you can get wind energy overnight. Though the wind is variable, so you're never able to guarantee that you're getting wind flow. So that's why the power, I call it battery, but what's it? Power collector is really important, so you can store energy for the night. Looks like we should be able to break through there to expand our base later. Yes, I know. You can break down the colony ship for more materials if you need it. But it leaves all your stuff, like, just right there. Little constructor bot running out there to build that. Any of your people that aren't actually doing anything become workers in terms of just moving stuff around. Alright, so that's built, so we can actually start building stuff inside. We're going to need a few things. Oh, need that to be built first. And this will slowly fill with oxygen. Table over here. Get a meal maker. And a water fountain. We're also going to need a TV so people don't get too bored. It increases their happiness to have a TV there. Next, I think we'll need a place to sleep. Because our people start getting tired here pretty quick. Oh, I need to build one of these first. Even if it is temporary. So let's go ahead and make a dead end, so we don't want to go that way. We're going to destroy this here in a bit, so we'll just put it over here. Because a regular little dormitory doesn't provide as much happiness when people sleep. So we're going to want a cabin. Cabins have nice comfy beds that, you know, nice comfy double beds instead of bunk beds, and people will increase their happiness while they sleep when they have a cabin. And I don't think they have to sleep as long either, if I remember correctly. See, right now we have no wind. So we're not getting any power, so thankfully we built this collector. There's water towers too, which are obviously water collectors. And for water storage, we'll build one of those here in a little while. We don't quite need one yet. Alright, we're starting to get a little wind again. Alright, so now our people in here have a vending machine for food, a table to sit at, and a television to watch. And a little water fountain to drink at. So one of the stats is, you know, hydration. You got health, nutrition, hydration, oxygen, sleep, and morale. Morale is very important. If any of those stats go into the yellow, their ability to do things becomes limited, as they just don't want to do it anymore. And if it goes red, they just quit doing anything altogether. So they go to slow, and then they're slow at doing their job, and then quit doing it altogether. That's the point where your colony is going to die. I've had games where everybody was running out of food. We've had food sitting from a trader on the dock, and nobody was wanting to go get it. So everybody starved to death, even though there was food right outside. Alright, now we'll build a cabin. Because we had to have built one of those first. For, you know, whatever reason. Unfortunately, cabins only come in medium size, so. Whereas the dorms do get larger. So we got kind of starting to run out of some stuff in there. Might have to break down the ship soon. Where are my builders at? Yay, we reached a milestone. We've survived one day. We'll go ahead and recycle that. What's the next thing we need to build? Biodome. Be good. Place it there. Place it here. That's a fine spot for it. That'll give us the food we need. And importantly, starch. Starch is needed for bioplastics, which are these little guys here, which we need for construction. We also need some medical plants, medicinal herbs to make into medikits. Probably going to need a mine after that too. Alright, we're going to make this a priority task because people are getting tired. Might have destroyed the dorm a little too early. Yeah, we're out of metal, so I'll go slow more metal. Get rid of the colony ship. Build a mine here in a moment. This being built. Come on, guys. here comes my construction bot. We can remove the domes too, so we can kind of see inside. For now, we'll leave them up. Alright, now as soon as we get that connection built, we can start putting some beds in. The other downside to the cabins, though, is they're smaller size and they can only put 7 beds in there. Close meteor. Yeah, right there. I got somebody over there watching TV. Another close one. Yeah, oh wow, that almost hit a power collector. That would have been bad. Alright, beds are being built. So it's nap time for everybody. See, the nice thing is that right now we only have a crew of 7, so one cabin will let everybody sleep. Storage place soon. So that'll be the next thing we do. How big was that? Oh, that's a very large storage, okay. So the nice thing about the bots is they don't sleep, so they keep going, but they do need repairs after a while. Like he'll be getting close to needing repair, and then the integrity. Once the integrity's gone, you need to build a new one. So the biodome's built. Let's start getting some rice. We only have, what, 2 biologists? So we can't build too many. There's some peas. A little more rice. And a few medicinal herbs. You don't want to overload your biologists, otherwise your crops will die, especially if you're using stuff like bean pods and rice, as they have a very high turnover rate and are high maintenance. So they need to keep working on them, but they are high yield though, so they're kind of worth the work, but you gotta be careful not to overload the biologists. They have to work too much, then it doesn't work out. Been lucky to have some decent wind the last couple nights. Or tonight, anyway. So yeah, constructo bots, yeah, gonna be needing repair here in a minute. We don't have enough metal. So we're going to have to not build that. We're going to need one of these instead. Hopefully we have enough metal. Otherwise we might be in trouble here. Okay, I think we're in trouble. I might have to get rid of something. Get out of that. No. Okay, get out of this. No. Oh. So we have enough to make the processing plant, and we have enough to make the mine. Problem is, we don't have enough to make the metal processor. I don't think. Might have to get rid of that wind collector. Nope, construction bot. It's down, so we gotta wait for our engineer to be able to go fix him. Wow, another really close meteor. We're pretty much out of everything in terms of building. Yep. We don't have any bioplastics. We don't have any anything. Huh. needs metal too. Alright, well, I guess we'll have to recycle you. That'll give us plenty to work with. Get those bean sprouts going again. Bean pods. There we go. Apparently did not hit that right. Alright, we're going to need one of these. And we're going to need one of those. That'll give us metal from the collected ore, and it'll give us bioplastics. Guess we need more plants because we're running low on food at this point. I think we'll build another metal one. And another bioplastics for now. That'll keep our workers busy. Okay, no. Changed my mind. Just keep it to one for now. We'll make work in this room a priority though. And we'll make the mine a priority. Okay, one of our crops sealed. we just gotta wait for our mine to yield some results. Hopefully before we all starve to death. So yeah, if you haven't noticed, you can adjust the priority of things. So build priority, I want the wind turbine built first. I want people to work in these two areas first before they try and do anything else. Yeah, that sort of thing. There's our little base so far. Trying to stay alive. Need one more ore to start making some metal. And two more starch. So we're going to cancel that project for right now. Really need the bioplastics to build more food right now, so. And we need some backup energy collection. So it's a little more important to get that wind turbine back up. We should be able to start making metal here in a sec. Once we get a landing pad built, we can start bringing in more colonists, but we'll be able to make sure we can sustain what we've got first. Getting too many colonists too quick can strain your resources way too much. just standing around. Oh, you're the engineer. Okay. You were watching TV? Okay. Sometimes it's a mystery what your people are doing. While they're just standing around. I have a worker in here right now. Oh, I got 2 workers in there right now. Okay, we can lower the priority of that now. Because we need materials, so now that we've got the mining going, we need somebody actually producing stuff from the mine. One more starch to get some more bioplastics. Make sure we get that other rice pad built first. He'll probably go work on stuff after he eats. Yeah, I know I'm low on food. We're working on it. So we got somebody working on a bit of bioplastics there. Beans are almost done. Alright, now we got somebody working on metals. Looks like the beans just dropped some food. And some starch. there. Alright. Bioplastics are done. Means we can build some more food spots. Get our food production up a bit. Little carrier bot just broke down. So our engineer's gonna go out and help him. Another thing to worry about is not having enough airlocks. As it becomes kind of a choke point. After I build the storage area, I'll build another airlock probably over here so that the mines are easier to access. Oh, we were just waiting for constructor, okay. Alright, that should give us all the food we need for a moment. I hope. So I don't really need a storage right now. So what we need instead, we need a lab. Lab instead. Build an airlock off that. There's our 45 minutes. So we'll give it just a couple more minutes and then we'll sign out here. got some food going. Should be coming in soon. Oh, one of the other neat things is, like say we don't want to build any more bioplastic for right now. We can disable that individually, so that we only focus on like metal. We can also disable an entire structure, like so. If we're having power outages, you can shut down the particular buildings that aren't getting used, especially like airlocks, or pretty much anything that's not getting much use. You can shut that down to provide more to what you are needing. So yeah. Anyway, that's the start of a base in Planetbase. And a whole lot more options to come. I'll probably do some more Planetbase to show you what it's like after we expand beyond self-sufficiency. Get to the point where we're actually bringing in other colonists and traders and the like. But yeah, this is kind of just the start of a little colony. And yeah, thank you for joining me. Oh, and also to shill the game, this game is on Steam. It's only $20. It's a pretty darn good deal in my opinion. It's one of the reasons I picked it up. I was kind of, looking at some like $40 and $60 games, but I'm like, I don't know if I really want to spend that much this paycheck. Let's see what we got for 20 bucks. Yeah, this one looks pretty good. We'll pick this one up, give it a shot, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed this game. There's a total of 4 planets for you to land on. You have to be, you have to get, I think 4 achievements in the previous planet to be able to unlock the next one. Yeah, food stocks are low. Of course they are. So yeah, it's a neat game. It's got a very steep learning curve. I think my first 4 colonies were complete and utter failures. My very first one, I didn't even get an oxygen maker built in time, so everybody suffocated. So yeah, it's an interesting game. There are a lot of challenges. It's a very challenging game, but it's also very addictive and very fun. Kind of like Minecraft, you just always want to do that next block, that next thing, that next building, and nothing ever happens fast enough. So it's a good game, especially a good time waster. I played a lot at work, where I work for like 12 hours and don't really need to do a whole lot in between things happening, so it's a good way to pass the time. So I highly recommend it. The graphics are really good for its type of game. The play is amazing. Yeah, it's an easy game to play and a very difficult game to master. And each playthrough, you're going to get new challenges, new difficulties. One of them, I had a meteor destroy my main hub building, and that pretty much killed me because I couldn't get it repaired in time to keep airflow and electricity flow and everything. So yeah, a lot of different challenges. And I hope you pick it up. I really do. I hope you support this game, support the maker of it. They did a phenomenal job with it, and I hope you guys enjoy it, especially those of you that like this sort of game are going to love it. Absolutely love it. I know I do. So yeah, that'll be it for today. What's this T thing? Oh, a dead end. Yeah. As we try not to get destroyed by a meteorite again. Yeah, anyway, thank you very much for joining me on this one. I hope you really enjoy it, and I hope you consider picking up the game. Again, it's only 20 bucks on Steam. I got lucky, I got it on when it was on sale for like 16 bucks. But 20 bucks is well worth what you're getting out of this game. The mods, or the developers are also pretty good about keeping up with updates and making sure the game works right. There's a big mod community, so if it's a little too challenging for you, there are actually some modded versions that eliminate some of the harder parts of the game, like eliminate meteor showers and stuff like that. Make intruders not show up. So yeah, a lot of versatility, great modding community, good little campaigns and stuff. So yeah, a lot of versatility. And yeah, I really hope you pick it up and support the developer, so they make more games like this. Again, thank you for joining me. I've been Kevin from Kevin Can't Play Today and Kevin Can't Play Planetbase.